International Women's Day, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here with Sarah Bramall, mum of 3 and successful transformational coach. She's hailed as someone who puts others first and gives back at every opportunity. Morning, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, Penny, I was not expecting that introduction and you're making me blush now. I'm like, oh. Good morning. Lovely.
Good morning. Good. Before we start, I just want to tell those who don't know about She Inspires. It's about shining a light on the inspirational people in our midst, the people who turn our world from pastel colors to bright, bold colors. In January and February each year, we look around and nominate these special people in our lives, and then we celebrate them during Women's Month. She Inspires was born when my mum was honoured by her dance studios for 30 years of teaching. And while she was doing that, she changed their lives by believing in them. Something so small with such huge repercussions. She had no idea of the difference she made to their lives. And so on that magical night, I realised that we don't really thank the people who lift us up and make us feel like we can fly. And that's what our live stream is about this morning. It's so lovely to have you here, Sarah.
Welcome. Thank you, Penny. Thank you.
Congratulations on your nomination. I think that's really, really lovely. Cathy, of course, is the one who nominated you.
Cathy, hello. Lovely to see you here.
Welcome, Cathy. Cathy, of course, was our first nominee for 2021.
And rightly so, Cathy. Amazing.
I think a bit like you. It's all a bit blush-worthy, isn't it?
Cathy, can you tell us why you nominated Sarah? We'd love to hear.
Well, there's tons and tons of reasons, but really, I'll just go back to when I met Sarah. It was 2 years ago. I walked into a room full of people to do a vision board workshop, and I was a little bit late. I got lost, and Sarah was up there with her beautiful beaming smile, giving me the loveliest welcome, assuring me it was no bother at all and guiding me to my seat. And it was such a lovely, beautiful, creative evening, but the energy that she gave to the group was really what blew me away. And shortly after that, I kind of saw her smiling, gorgeous, radiant face kind of here and there. She was, I discovered she was running her coaching business. I discovered we'd common friends, and a couple of them had coaching with Sarah. And at that point, I was really struggling to balance business and family. So I reached out and contacted Sarah for coaching. And that's when I really properly got to know her. And honestly, Penny, like the warmth and kindness and generous spirit from this lady is truly amazing. But in particular, the reason I nominated you, Sarah, is this year has been so hard on so many people, and in particular in your family, because, you know, John's been right in the front line. You know, heading up a really crazy busy ICU. You've all come down with COVID. But during that time, because now I'm in your coaching group, the Transformation Academy, during that time, you have continued nonstop to just give and support others the whole time, to a level which, you know, I don't really know many people who could achieve that. And then on top of that, you've got your teacher wellbeing project that you set up with Rebecca. And I said to Penny, I said, I just have to nominate this lady. She just blows me away. You really do.
Oh, Cathy, thank you so much. It's lovely to hear your kind words, and it's been such a privilege to work with you, and to be part of your journey and to be part of the amazing things that you're doing as well in your business, and seeing that grow and seeing that flourish and seeing you grow and flourish in that time as well. So thank you again. I'm super embarrassed. I wasn't expecting this. Thank you for your kindness. I really appreciate it.
Sarah, I've got a question for you. How do you find, or where do you find that lovely fountain of warmth and energy to help people all the time?
Oh gosh, I don't know, Penny. I just guess like it just genuinely brings me joy to help people. I think, I think for me, I've been, as we all have, we've all had, we've all kind of come through our own challenges. I've had times in my life, gosh, when I had my first child, I was an army wife and I was completely isolated. Had times, navigating going back to work 3 times after maternity with each of my children, and kind of felt really lost professionally and kind of lost as a mother. And over time, and I think this is probably what coaching has given me the realization that we have a choice, and that we do have a choice to be happy, and we have a choice to choose joy. And yes, we have challenges, but we have a choice every day. And I think learning that for myself has really inspired me to want to share that with other people. And I think that's where I'm finding that joy. Yeah.
What an amazing answer. That's so cool. So it's a choice, and then also you draw from the people you help. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, bless you.
That's a lovely, lovely answer. I'm going to bring on a friend of yours. She tells me she's been a friend for about 30 years, but that's way, way too long, because you look far too young.
Hello, lady.
Welcome, babe.
Hello. Hello, lady. There are only a few friends that are 30-year-old or 31-year-old friends, I think. Hello.
So lovely.
Hello. Yes, as I told Penny, we obviously met when we were 11.
Yes, we do.
And I mean, you will laugh, Sarah, that I'm being asked to recall things, because you know how shocking my memory is. And Sarah's generally my memory really for things. And I think when I was reflecting on this, I think 31 years of having a best friend, it's very hard to narrow down single things to talk about, Sarah, because we've been woven in together for so many years. But I want to say, in terms of, I think for this nomination for you is important of how you still make me feel 30 years on. And I think your clients and people you work with now feel that instantly. And I'm blessed to have had 31 years of it. And it's blessed, and it's accepted as a person, inspired, motivated and loyal, as in I'm very loyal to Sarah and Sarah's very loyal to me. And I know I can see that through the work she does with her clients. A lot of her clients or people she works with then become friends, and her kind of circle of friends grows because she sees that as how how to grow things. And I have a few stories, but Penny, tell me whether that's the right
that is lovely. Yeah, no, I find it really difficult to fit everything into 15 minutes, because normally when you put an inspirational person in the focus and shine a light on them, everyone comes forward to talk about it, so it can go on for hours.
Exactly.
But I'm going to get Angel to come and talk to you.
Hello.
Yeah, so I probably knew Sarah from longer, because I think Sarah's oldest child was in the same year as my niece. But I didn't really get to know Sarah until our two started school together. And Sarah has just been amazing, because I mean, when my child first started school, I was working a full-time job in engineering, and it's always quite sort of lonely when you sort of like you're doing that school run, but you have to run off to work and everything like that. It's really hard to get to know people. And during that year, I fell pregnant with my second one. And during that time, I was diagnosed with aggressive breast cancer. So I was feeling quite lonely. And, Sarah was one of the mums who was really active in reaching out to me, and she was really there to help support me. And she's been a really, really lovely friend ever since. And I remember when she started telling me about her coaching and, how excited she was about it. And she got me very excited. And since then, she's been helping me so much with all the stuff she's done for coaching and everything. And I think what Sarah's done for me is that she sort of made me realize that, even though I was sort of raised in an environment where I was taught I was taught, I had to work in a male-dominated industry. I had to be strong. There are other elements of strength that are just as important. So things like self-care, things like looking after family. And those were the bits that I was neglecting in my life, basically. And Sarah's really brought that out for me. And she's been lovely, really, really good.
Angel, it's so true what you say. We do always neglect the most important things in our lives. Thank you for the reminder this morning. That's amazing. What a lovely story.
Yeah, and I can say the same thing about what Cathy, just reinforcing what Cathy was saying. I think the whole Bramall family is just amazing. I can see that Sarah gets a lot of her strength from her mum as well. And not only Sarah, but her husband's been very supportive every time I've had to go in for operation. And the children are just wonderful. And even when in the first lockdown, when they all caught COVID, they were just there, and they're just doing so much for everybody around them. So
I think that, I was saying that Sarah has not, complained or kind of about any of the kind of challenges this year they've had as a family. And I think still made the time to check in on everybody else and on her, on me and on my family. And as you said, Angel, about if there's, anything their family can support your family, more widely, they do, calling my parents when there were operations that, were having, that John could, could send some wisdom. And I think it's that kindness, that kind of making the time. And I think Sarah uses that phrase of showing up. That's what there is. My story I was going to give was about when I got married, and Sarah was 32 weeks pregnant with her second. And I was getting married on a very remote island in Ireland. It wasn't really the most practical place to be at 32 weeks pregnant. The hospital was quite a long way away, but there was absolutely no way Sarah was not going to show up. And it's that kind of loyalty and thinking of other people that is just very infectious. I think, as Angel said, it's the whole family's infectious. My strong-willed son will do something if I tell him that Sarah and the boys have done it, because
Sarah, one more special guest. Full house today.
Oh my goodness.
You've got a full house today, Sarah. I can see. I love Sarah's face, and I've been watching her, listening to all of you, and she's completely overwhelmed by this. I met Sarah, and do you know what, Sarah? I was calculating. We were actually almost 3 years, and I thought it was 2, so a whole year's gone for some reason. And I met Sarah at an event held by somebody that we invested in for coaching, and for some reason, I was drawn to Sarah, and it's kind of what Cathy was saying, she lights up a room, but magnetically I just felt like we attracted each other, and it was her presence, and it was her light, and it was her warmth. And we found out that we had similar kind of journeys of being in education, and then we were matched together as accountability partners by a coach. And it wasn't that we intended to be paired together, but it was the right pairing. I couldn't have chosen to be matched up and paired with anyone else. And we shared, obviously, our accountability chats, and she got to know a lot about me and my life and my background, and vice versa with hers. And now, 3 years later, we've co-founded a venture together in the middle of a pandemic, and shared tears and laughter and joy over her passion just to have an impact, her passion to live by purpose and intent and community and connection and change, and everything that she stands for lights me up. And it's one of the reasons why I'll definitely be keeping her very close to me, like your childhood friend has done. Definitely somebody that I value. And
so, Rebecca, tell us about the initiative that the two of you worked on, because that was during the pandemic.
Yeah, so we were having our normal calls, and we were talking about the impact that we wanted to have, and we just both started crying on the phone. We were talking about children in a part of Italy that we really wanted to help, and we were thinking about a bigger vision, and we were also looking at our teacher colleagues and the teaching community. And because our backgrounds are both in teaching, we both share kind of similar ups and downs of becoming mothers and leaders. And so we now work together to inspire others to prioritize their well-being. And I love that Sarah uses her experiences of that to help other people, kind of like Angel as well. And she motivates and inspires. So our mission is to create a culture of well-being everywhere. We want to dominate the world. And actually, as Sarah said with the Woman Up t-shirt, I have no doubt that she will do that. And I'm right by her side doing that with her. And that, yeah, I'm truly blessed for that.
Wow. Honestly, I am so blown away by this morning. You ladies are just amazing, all of you. Thank you so much for coming along this morning. How are you feeling, Sarah, after that? I can see the tears.
It's rare that I'm lost for words. But I can't tell you. You ladies are all so precious, and I have all the love and respect for you. So your words really mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Penny, thank you.
Oh, no, it's honestly so special to have you all here on International Women's Day as well. It's great. Thank you. So if you haven't voted already, please vote for Sarah. Visit www.pennybird.co.uk/She Inspires. And this afternoon, we are having another live stream to hear a little bit about Kate Novak. So I hope that you can join us then. But thanks again, ladies. Honestly, what a way to start my day. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.